Hi guys, it's your old buddy your old buddy Underground Geek here, and today I'm going to talk about Dark Nights Metal number 3. This is the most awesome comic I have read today. So first I want to show you this cover. Look how awesome this cover is. It's got like a shiny foil to the lightning, but check out Barbatos there, standing over the Justice League, and he has just zapped them into oblivion. Look, Wonder Woman can't even take it. She's out. She's taking a nap. So, as we start here on this book, I got to say that some of the art I like and some of it I don't. Some of it's really good. Some of it kind of makes me cringe a little bit, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. The cover's great. So, for those of you that don't know, this is a book by Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, and then Jonathan Glapion. I think he does some of the inside artwork, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is the title page. It's like 2 whole pages. But so anyway, as we start out the story here, Smallville, Kansas, childhood home of Superman. But they put it childhood home of Rock. So they're playing their guitar. This is John and Damian. I don't know why Damian has that haircut. I hate that haircut. Can we like never do that again? But look at how, I hate that haircut. God, why does that bother me so bad? But so they're playing basically a little rock band for their parents there. Their parents are staying there. And for those of you that don't know, that's Bruce Wayne. I don't know why Bruce Wayne looks identical to Superman. They had to give Superman glasses just so they could tell him apart. But he's standing there in like his 80s sport coat with his black sweater. And so anyway, they're playing and they say, I actually think this band has a bright future. It's a 3-chord song, Bruce. Superman songs, however, you have to build up to them. There's much more complexity to Boys, it's a party. Arthur, Vic, and Barry will be here soon. Sorry. The crowd roars. Woo! Look, he's like, we're rocking! Yeah! That's so funny. And so there's Lois. She's like, no way I'm off the clock, Di. I am solely here to rock. So this quickly goes downhill though, because all of a sudden Batman starts bleeding from his chest area, and they're like, Bruce, you're bleeding, carpe diem. And I was like, what? So then Freddy Krueger style, out pops a giant arm out of Bruce's chest. And Superman's like, no, not again. And Diana's like, get down. And then we get the huge Barbatos here. We beat you. And he says, again, because I let you, so you could see this moment. And then here comes the Horseman. The Batman Who Laughs, in his style, he says, we're here for the party. We heard there'd be cake. Some of this dialogue is a little cringy. Like, they should stop him just short of their second joke. That's what you're going to come to find out. If he had said, we're here for the party, you know, that would have been kind of funny. But then we heard there's cake. Okay. But if you notice here in the picture, they have their victims there. Like, he has Cyborg and he has the Flash. So that's kind of cool that they added that extra detail in there. And then there's Barbatos. Look at his wings. This can't be happening. It's all that happens, Clark Kent. The only truth is in the end. All roads lead back to darkness. And then he zaps Clark there. And then Clark wakes up. And again, he's in a different reality, and he starts telling her what's going on. He says, I've been fighting Barbatos, but over and over, Diana, for months, years, I've lived whole lives battling it, like being caught in a recurring dream, but real. I've tried. I've fought with villains, with gods. Is that not crazy? Like, look at these guys he's teamed up with. And then to show he's teamed up with Mr. Miracle and Orion even. He said, I've lost every time. And then you can see the tower here and the symbol in the sky, the human battery that he's built out of the towers. I mean, this is like Armageddon type stuff. Like, he's killed millions of people at this point. Well, maybe not millions, but thousands. He says, we need to move before Barbatos finds us again. But the people, how long was I gone? And if you notice, all the people have been turned into doomsdays. He says, wait, Jimmy, I have to help him, Diana. And then there's Jimmy. He's been turned into a doomsday. You're too weak. I'm too weak, too. 7 days, John and Lois, where are they? John is safe. Lois, she was infected. I'm sorry, she's one of them. But where's Barbatos? Superman. Where is Barbatos? And she tells me he's in Gotham City, and he goes, "Quacoom," and takes off. Then we get that cool shot there, Gotham City. My gosh. And he notices all the dead people in the battery. And then there he is. See Clark Kent just as in Smallville. In the end, all roads lead back. Shut up. To the dark. And then he sees someone there. He says, "Your vitals, Bruce. It's really you." "Yes, and I know what needs to happen." "You do what?" "Same thing as always, with less talking, more punching." Then we get our title page. And then he falls down into the ice part of Gotham. He says, where the heck am I? He says, "Gotham City, buddy. Crime Alley, to be specific, where my parents died." And it's the Batman who laughs. "I'm over it." This is where my parents died. "I'm over it. Crow, crow, crow." He says, "Bruce, this is your city. How could you?" He said, "It was, but I'm done protecting it." So then the rest of them show up. And he says, "All right then, if you're all Bruce, that means there has to be some good in you somewhere." So he's still trying to talk to the good side of Batman, but what he doesn't realize is there's nothing good about these people. They are the incarnations of absolute evil that is in Batman's heart, because everyone has good and bad in them. These people just don't have the good in them. They're literally the bad incarnations. He says, "Clark, that's exactly what you said to me on my world, right before I killed you and your whole family. Devastator." And then Devastator knocks him down. And then he starts wailing on him. He says, "Your monster's nothing more." He says, "You can feel it, right? We're not made from the same stuff as you. Your rules don't apply. Every punch you throw just makes you weaker. You can't hurt me. You can't hurt any of us. But us, we can sure hurt you." So then he starts smashing him to the ground. And that's when Dr. Fate shows up with Flash. And Flash saves him. How about that? Catch me outside, how about that? And so basically they take him to this bar. And it's called the Oblivion Bar. And I'm sure that's like an Easter egg to something else. I just don't know. Sorry. I don't know the reference. And so there's Nightmaster and Bobo. And basically they start telling him about what has happened. Dr. Fate, Steel, and Mr. Fantastic have, Plastic Man have basically gathered everybody up that's left in order to try to fight the bad guys, the evil Dark Knights. And there's the rest of the team, and they look very rough because they've been fighting these guys for a while now. And they said that Detroit has actually been taken over by Murder Machine with his artificial Alfreds. I mean, my gosh, he just like murdering people, straight up murdering people. And then they said the one called Red Death created a Speed Force storm in Central City that kills anyone who touches it in seconds. I mean, just look at these people, all dead. And then look at this guy right here just chilling. He's just chilling. Wait a second. Does that guy not look familiar? Who does that look like you? Is that Nurkish? What's Nurkish doing in this comic? I see what you're doing, writing yourself into the comics. So then basically they're talking, and Nightwing has lost faith pretty much. He has fought so long that he's starting to get tired. And so now they start talking about the nth metal, because that was the only thing that hurt them last time in their previous fight. I think it was, I'm trying to think if it was a Green Arrow episode that happened in, that they fought. But now they're talking about the remnants of the nth metal in their equipment, his helmet, his hammer, and Mr. I think, is it Mr. Plastic Man's egg. So now they've found coordinates through the vibrations in his egg in order to go to different coordinates to find more metal. So they each split up into their different teams to go find the metal. And that's when, as they're trying to figure out who's going to go, some of them have given up hope, but Superman is still, I mean, Superman is the symbol of hope, so he's trying to put hope back in these guys' lives so that they can pull themselves together and try to save the literal universe, or the multiverse, in fact, because they're trying to destroy the whole multiverse. And that's when, as they're talking, somebody slips in the doorway, and he's on them. So then, immediately when he jumps, slam, he gets a sword right through the mouth, and you know whose sword that is. Deathstroke. He says, hey, this job, it'd pay, right? He was the last one through. His armor, his sword, they're Prometheum. He has a connection. He can. And then they start hearing a vibration, and Bobo said, oh, and that's last call. They found us. Whatever we're doing, we need to do it now. And so as they're trying to figure out where to go, that's when they open the doorway. And right as they open the doorway, there comes more of the creatures in. And Nightmaster and Bobo say that they're going to stay behind and fight for them. And in comes the Batman Who Laughs. He says, Jim, it's been too long. Some hot flesh for the kids and a round of Batman on me. That's a tall glass of just ice, right? Oh, God, that's getting a little cringy. He should have said, Jim, it's been so long. You know, and that, you know, they could just ended it there, but that's just me. They're trying to get through the doorway, and it's closed up too fast on them. Then they go to their different areas. Superman goes to the Fortress of Solitude, and it's back to that antenna from, I think it's the casting on the first one of the first issues. And he says, Superman, tell me that's not the antenna the anti-monitor used to. It is, Batman. Hid it here to study and conduct multiversal energy. Conduct, look at it. It's about to explode with dark energy. And so he's saying that we can use the Phantom Zone to actually go to the dark universe where they're needing to go. So they're using the energy from that, channeling it through Steel, and then they're going to send it into the projector. And Superman and the Flash had to run at super fast speeds in order to keep the doorway open. And that's when he uses the energy, focuses it through Steel's body, and then we get this cool shot here, because look, Superman looks like Superman Prime, does he not, when he was solid gold? I instantly saw that and I was like, whoa, he just like transcended something. And he says, I'm coming for you, Bruce. And so then basically they killed everybody at the bar. I mean, it wasn't going to be that much of a fight. I mean, look at these guys. And he says, but if they're going where they're going, he says, Dawnbreaker, go put on a song on the jukebox. What number, sir? B66. Okay, but the flames, he goes, oh, that's beautiful. Like I said, good music, and this song is our masterpiece. And there's Superman. He's got so much hope. He's trying to break through that membrane to get to the dark universe. So close, it's going to work. It will. It's not a trap. And so he breaks through, and then there is the dark universe with the tower full of dead people. And he says, finally, you've arrived. No, stop, let me. You're here. We've been waiting so long. Waiting just for you. This can't be happening. Clark, why? And I instantly knew who was saying that. And there he is. It's Batman. He says, I warned you. Bruce, I heard your call. You said the code. Words, images, all his. The music, Clark. I tried to tell you, Diana Dick, through the music. The only way to communicate across the multiverse vibration, the notes of the song our sons played, starts D and C. The reverse of my code. It was a warning, Clark. I was saying, don't come. And that's when the Batman laughs, says, one for the electrics and one last drink for you, Clark. A Superman, an import of the highest quality. Down you go. It says, no, it can't be a trap. It can't be. It's what they wanted all along, your cells. You're the real battery, Clark. The circuit is complete. He was right. Don't you see, in the end, all roads lead to Barbados. And now the world will sink into darkness. Oh, crap. And it says, next, discover the nightmare of the dark multiverse and Batman Lost. Then in 2 months, the road to darkness begins in Metal number 4. So you need to get Batman Lost. That's a tie-in. And that's all she wrote. I'm excited for this too. It's got Jeff Johns in it. Doomsday Clock. Jeff Johns is a good writer. I wish that he could have got Ethan Van Sciver to do this with him. He still may do some covers. I'm not sure. We'll have to look and see. See, I don't think it says anything in here, but I have to read it. But anyway, what did you guys think? I really liked it. I mean, that's why I took a little bit longer going through this book. I mean, it's awesome. I'm so excited. These first pages revved me up. I love a good monster story. I love when the big guy is oversized, huge, well drawn. Look at that detail. I mean, it's just so exciting and fun. It's an ancient story. He's not fighting these, you know, crazy bad guys. It's like, this is it. This guy right here is trouble, and they need to watch out. But I'm super excited. Tell me what you think about Nurkic drawing himself into this comic book. I mean, I'm kind of upset that he would put himself in there, and I'm not even in it. I mean, look, he even got Dan Slott in there, and he didn't even put me in there. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to be this guy. I'm not sure. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think about this comic. Tell me what you think about my review. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. And I'm going to talk about a couple more today. But this was the first one that I just had to talk about. Alright guys, Underground Geek out.